So I'm Dr. Mignon Rogers. I'm a U.S. trained medical doctor. I went to Stanford. I have 20 years of experience practicing medicine. In Western medicine, we are taught to break the body down into systems. So you have your cardiovascular system, you have your respiratory system, you have your pulmonary system, you have your immune system, you have there's all these different, your nervous system. There's so many different parts that we look at individually. And if you go to the more doctors you go to, they will look at their little block, their little piece of the pie, and treat that. Someone else will look at their piece and treat that. But usually those heads are not talking. And so people end up on so many different medications that are often in conflict. They're not even working together in concert. They're actually causing more problems. So the more you get one, the more problems you have. You get another one, you get more problems. And so I think because of the way that we see the body, we actually, even though the Hippocratic Oath says do no harm, first do no harm, we actually do a lot of harm just because of the way that medicines are made. And not only that, but because they're trying to treat a symptom and not correct a problem, you end up with all these terrible side effects and just, you never really correct the underlying problem. So things actually tend to get worse. And that's why we end up needing stronger and stronger medicines and more medications to treat the same problem. With the Eastern system of medicine, or with Dr. Naram the premise is very different. They actually look to restore the balance of the body. So the body is out of balance. They want to bring you back to balance, which actually restores health. So somehow in that amazing system, even though it's ancient, it's very old. It's not like something new and cutting edge and based on research or all this stuff. It's actually just tried and true through the years, and it works really well. Somehow they're able to restore health. And the body then, because the body's miraculous way of being made, is able to heal itself once the balance of things has been restored. I would say that in Western medicine, people come in to be fixed. They want a pill that's going to fix them. And I think with Eastern medicine, you are really responsible for fixing yourself through a lot of, so there are 6 tenets to this Eastern philosophy. Part of it is nutrition, some of it is home remedies, some of it is the therapeutic marma, so pressure points, some of it is a therapeutic massage, and then there's 2 other I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's just a different philosophy. People don't go to be healed, they go to help for a help. So Dr. Naram doesn't heal them, he gives assistance in having them restore health and balance to their own body. So it's not like you're going to walk in and he's going to wave a magic wand or something. It's not magic. It's actually, it's their system understands, they call it different things, so we're not used to the kind of terminology they use, but somehow when you restore the balance of the different principles of the body, how the body works, and you bring these things into balance, the body is able in its innate intelligence to heal itself. So it's a process that takes some time. It may require you cutting out some things that we in the Western world consider normal parts of our diet that are actually killing us. So we're eating these things and we get hooked on them. And many of the foods we eat are very addictive. I mean, look at sugar, look at wheat, look at meat, cheese, all these things that we crave are really sabotaging our health. And so when you eliminate that and you add some foods in that are normal foods, mung beans, cooked vegetables, things like that, you actually allow the body to start functioning in a way that it's built to do. It's actually really incredible. And some of the things that I've seen Dr. Naram treat boggle the mind of the modern medical physician. So things like fever of unknown origin, we don't really understand that. Fever of unknown origin, by definition, we don't know where it comes from. We can't treat it. We can only throw on antibiotics and steroids and things like that, which actually weaken your immune system and break your body down, lead to problems with your stomach and weight gain and all kinds. Steroids are associated with depression and just really terrible, things. Dr. Naram took a kid who was like 16 years old, had been having this problem all of his life, trying to go to school with a fever of 104, and actually within 6 months that kid was normal and going to college. So after 16 years of failed Western medicine, this kid in 6 months was corrected. I've seen him take an autistic child who's thrashing about and just being wild and not being able to follow or respond appropriately to their parents' instructions. Within minutes of just pressing certain marma points, the child is calm, is sitting down, is listening, is following instructions, shaking hands, which is something they would never normally do. But really a dramatic shift. I've seen him, take a schizophrenic person running around the streets naked, which we see, we want to slap on major mind-numbing medications that have huge side effects. People can't even move properly when they take them, and just really discombobulate the mind. In Western medicine, that would be our approach. But Dr. Naram has treated this person with herbs which have no side effects, and the person was able to then go on and lead a normal life, have children, have grandchildren, and is obviously, clothed and interacting normally. It's beyond amazing. I mean, I'm skeptical by nature, but when I see these people walk in and they're able to live a normal life, and they're so grateful. And so the proof is in the pudding. I mean, it's obviously very true. It's not like, I can't say that everyone who does this technique gets a benefit, because a lot of it has to do with what you do at home. So it's not going to be the herb is magically and instantly going to cure somebody. A lot of it will require you to eat properly, to take actually good care of your body, to really treat it as if it's a high performance, car, like a Ferrari. Like you don't put sugar water in your Ferrari, you're going to put some high octane gas. So you have to, in the same way, put the right kind of food in your body, get sleep, kind of relieve the stressors that you have. But when you do that, I've seen the herbs actually do without that. But a lot of it, along with that, just seals the deal. So what if they try the herbs and it doesn't work? There's no detriment. So there's really no reason why people should not try it. And I am coming from a very skeptical place where I wanted to see a lot of people get better first, and I did. So I've been on in several countries with Dr. Naram, on several, states with different people from different orientations. There are people who have been from Scandinavian countries, people from Europe, people from Asia, people from the United States. And every single continent that we've been on, I've seen people get a huge improvement. So it's not, and it's something people have a hard time understanding. It's not magical. I've heard people describe the results as it's like amazing, it's like magic. It's really not. There is a science to it. It's just a very ancient science that we don't have, we haven't heard about. That doesn't make it weird. It just makes it actually very intriguing. But yeah, I've seen some really incredible things that I'd like to follow up with. Even cancers, people who've been given a terminal diagnosis. I myself manage a hospice patient, so I understand how sick they can be in their final months of life. And there have been people who've come to Dr. Naram either, ready for hospice or in the ICU, who really have been given their last, rights by the medical profession, the Western medical profession, that he's been able to dramatically improve their lives, that are living, 7, 14 years later when they were only really supposed to live, either days to months. So it's really amazing. I would tell them that if they're really interested in changing their lives. So I meet people all the time who don't really want to change their lives. They want me to change it as a medical doctor. They want me to do something for them so that it would enable them to continue doing the bad things that are breaking their body down. So that kind of person, it's not for. It's for the person who really wants to actually get better, is willing to do a little bit of work to get a great benefit. I would say it's worth giving it a shot. I don't know of one person who's taking these herbs and had a serious side effect. One person who has had any, medicines kill. There are some side effects of certain medications that will kill you. I've never heard anything like that. So if you're willing to take a slight effort in making yourself healthier, then this is the kind of space where you can actually receive a huge potential benefit.